Hey, I'm Scotty T from Your Comedy Minute. I have Jacob, also known as Metaljakester, with me today. Jacob, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, Scotty. How are you?
I gotta first say thank you so much because you have supported me. You're on my live shows, you comment in the reels, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well, thank you for making amazing content.
Ah, you're great. You're great. And that's the reason I said to myself, self, I have to have this young man on so we can talk about what and let me just say this, because you go by Metal Jakester, I'm guessing you're a huge country music guy.
Hell no.
No. Classical,
Mm, no.
hip hop,
What the heck is even that?
Metal Jakester is a metal guy.
Yeah,
He's been telling me about the shows, and if you haven't seen, Jacob has some videos, or at least a couple videos, or a video that I've seen of
three
him
or two.
playing drums. And you're a music guy, which you know me, I'm music. So let's start with, first off, are you in Virginia? Is that right?
Yes,
Okay. Were you born and raised in Virginia?
yes.
Okay. Now you do a lot of stuff. You talk about Maryland, so it's like the DMV, right?
Yeah, DMV area. Just there's no venues around the Northern Virginia area, so Silver Spring and Baltimore is really where it's at.
Silver Spring, yeah. Well, I spent many,
Yeah.
I used to live down there in Silver Spring in Baltimore. So let's move on to, do you have because I think I've seen you play guitar as well as drums, right?
I do play that, and I have one right over there. You want me to
Okay,
go
no,
get that?
no, we'll get to it. I
All
just, do
right.
you have a favorite? Would you prefer to be behind the drums, or would you prefer to be playing
Drums
guitar?
all the way. Drums all the way.
Okay, drums all the way. How long have you been playing drums?
Technically since I was three, but 2 years ago I got challenged for something, and I started taking it a little more seriously because
Okay,
now I'm more on time.
okay. And would the goal be, and again, pardon my ignorance, but we've never met until right now, and I'm so thankful. Um, are you in a band now?
I'm affiliated with this band,
Okay, what is it? Darkening
Darkening
Skies.
Skies. Yes.
Okay, you're affiliated with that band means that you play with those guys sometimes.
Yeah, the guitarist lives in California, so yeah.
Okay, so you do. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, in other words, do you do it via Zoom and stuff, and you're recording stuff that way?
I don't record with them. I'm just affiliated with them.
Okay, all right. And you've been to, what would you say? How many shows have you been to in your life?
Like 20 something.
20 something. And do you have a favorite show?
Uh yes. The time I met Uncured.
Uncured. Okay. What made that? Was it because they played so well, or because you got to meet them, or?
Well, during COVID, I started listening to them a lot and
Right.
they were great. So I did two covers for them. And when we finally met in 2022 for the first time, it was a great moment because they remembered it and they signed a drumstick for me. So that was
Yeah.
a very kind act for them.
Yeah. 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 You're a very humble young man. Okay.
Thank you.
Since we talked best show, you have a least favorite show? A show you went
Uh,
to and the band was off, or you just had a terrible time?
eh, it, every show is great, but my least favorite show would be Ailstorm, Glory Hammer, and Lutharo, which
Wow.
coincidentally they're my favorite bands.
And I don't know if you know this. Do you know where Hailstorm's from?
Uh, Pennsylvania.
York, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Where your boys from? Where I'm from. That's where I'm sitting right now.
Yeah.
York. Do you
Yeah.
like? But you like Hailstorm?
Uh, Ailstorm, not without the H.
Oh, really? Okay, then I'm wrong.
Yeah, the pirate metal band from Scotland.
Oh, okay. That shows you how much I know. Pirate metal band from Scotland.
Yes.
Tell me
They're
about that.
hilarious. So I guess
Pirate metal. What do
this
they wear?
dude,
Eye patches and shit? What do they got going on?
the lead singer plays the keytar and he wears a kilt on stage.
Oh
So,
God. Oh God.
and they keep it metal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's for me like you're wearing a death metal shirt.
yeah.
I grew up
Happiness and unicorns.
happiness and unicorns. I grew up on AC/DC, Judas Priest, the Scorpions, Ted Nugent, Def Leppard. I've seen all those bands live. I make a joke. It's not a funny joke, but I saw Def Leppard when the guy had two arms. I saw Def Leppard when they had the original guitar players. That's a band that has a lot of bad luck. But it's different because you like real hard, aggressive stuff, and
Yeah.
I never went down that road.
Well, uh, I guess death metal has always come to me as
Yeah,
a
that's
great
been
thing. He's
that's your
Cannibal Corpse
favorite.
right here.
Okay. Do you like? Can you listen to like the stuff like AC/DC and Judas Priest and that
Oh
stuff?
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
okay,
They're great.
yeah, yeah. I
It's
mean,
just
I just love. I mean, when I think of the bands that I saw over the years, and the number of artists that I've been with, and but I just never really like, for instance, Metallica. A lot of people really like Metallica, but I just never really. I'm like, good lord,
uh
calm the
fair.
fuck down.
I mean, what
No, I mean, to each his own. That's why, I was joking you about country or uh hip hop or, to each person,
yeah.
music's different.
But the thing is, that's just a stereotype. We got atheist on my pants right here. And
Okay.
recently I was at Maryland Death Fest last weekend and I ran into their bass player who is the craziest person on stage doing spins, doing this, which
Right.
indicates shove each other around in a circle pit. And he was the sweetest dude I think I've ever met.
Oh
So,
yeah, no, I wasn't stereotyping as far as the type of human beings they are. I'm just talking about the actual music
oh yeah,
because I'm a
that
music guy. I mean, and part of that is I like the starts and the stops and the great vocals and like as my favorite band because I like you, I met him and I got to be friends with him and stuff was Cheap Trick. And when I look at Rick with all the guitars and Bunny on the drums was amazing, and Robin just a great singer, and Tommy, a 12-string bass, they were a
well,
great band and they were a great band live. If now they're shit, they're my age now, but they put on a great show,
yeah.
which I think is important. Have you been to shows, Jacob, where you thought the band was just kind of fluffing through it?
I'd have probably Suffocation Incantation.
Yeah.
They were just okay. We're here to play our death metal, and so uh,
Oh my
they
God, that's
basically cracked.
hilarious.
They cracked basically no jokes, but
Right.
hey, I still had a good time. It was a death metal show.
Yeah.
What can I say?
You know what? And I went to my first show when I was 12. And I was going, when you said about seeing 20 bands, whatever. Now, again, I worked in the music business. So, I've probably seen, hell, I saw Cheap Trick 35, 40 times. You know, I just loved going to shows. Now at my age, I wouldn't go across the bar and see Dickie doing the Dolts, Joe Schmo and the Kettle Kickers.
Yeah. I
But at your
mean,
age, you'd go to the opening of a, whoever.
yeah,
Yeah. When you love music, you love music.
yeah.
So catch me up as far as your latest favorite bands that you like now that
Uh,
trip your trigger.
I really do like Revocation right now. They're pretty funny and some great complex riffs and stuff.
Okay. You keep mentioning funny. Do you like bands that make you laugh as well as play,
Oh yeah.
yeah, me
One of my
too.
fir- One of my current favorite comedy bands is Rumahoy. They're also a pirate band.
Rum Ahoy.
Yeah,
And they do metal?
yeah.
So pretty
Kind of
much,
party, mix of party and metal.
okay. Well, I got to tell people because they don't know. You send me a lot of jokes, and
I
your
do.
jokes are just, man. I do a lot of dark stuff. You send me some stuff. You sent me one the other week. I had to tweak it because I couldn't even do it. It was so bad. I had to change the verbiage a little bit.
I guess that's when you get death metal in your head and all these Cannibal Corpse lyrics about killing people and black markets and
Oh,
stuff. I
God.
guess dark humor comes natural to you.
Okay, we'll do a couple, because that's how we got to know one another is the humor. Do some.
I don't have any off the top of my head right now, if I'm being
Okay.
honest.
Well, you mentioned you got a couple stories, so why don't you start with and
I
save the
do.
best one for the end when we get to your comedy minute, okay?
Best one. All right.
Save that one
So,
for the end. So just, go in order. You said you got a couple on your phone there. Tell us some
yeah.
some great stories about whatever you want to tell us.
So, so I saw Morbid Angel last year, April 2023, and that show was off the charts hilarious. I saw Revocation the first time there, and Dave had actually broken his wrist. So
Okay.
he was in a cast, and it was like, man, so a couple days ago, I had what in the business world we call an oopsies on stage. And so now I can't play my guitar, I can't wipe my ass, and don't even get me started on jacking off. So yeah, he's hilarious. And
Was it
another
what did they do for the show then?
they had two guitarists.
Okay.
So the other one was the rhythm guitarist, but he took up the lead role. So
Okay. Well, go ahead. Give me another
and
one.
and that same show, Vitriol was playing. It was like, all right, I want to see you fuck this place up. Find someone that wants to be hurt and hurt him. And then
Oh,
somebody in the
good
crowd yelled,
Lord.
"Damn, Jesus!" And he looked like Jesus. So yeah,
You know, Go ahead, do it. Because but remind me to go back because you saying that, and I thought about, you and I doing this today because I have a story for it that I think is going to blow you away.
yeah.
Go ahead, dude. Tell me another
Uh,
one of your favorites.
so I recently this month saw or last month saw Amon Amarth play in Silver
Okay.
Spring, and they said, "All right, I know this town name is Silver Spring, but I'm gonna call it DC because we all know it's fucking DC anyways."
Right.
So yeah,
Okay.
and so Glory Hammer, one of their jokes, or well, they're a lore band, so they have an entire story behind them. The lead singer is supposedly a prince, whatever that means, and
Good,
Prince of Fife.
good Lord.
And so he was like, "All right, do you guys like to party?" Everybody cheers. Yeah. Like, and he was so sometimes I just want to calm down. And everyone was like, "Boo, that sucks." And he was like, "As it have happens, I'm a prince, so your opinion does not matter." Democracy, dude. Oh
I
yeah,
anyone, shoot, God, I don't know where to start with that. Anyone that
yeah,
gets on stage and calls himself a prince, other than Prince. Hey, do you want to see my Prince impression?
sure.
There it is. You
That's a
like
great
that?
impression.
Yeah,
You
it's
want to see my
Michael
Joe Biden
Jackson.
impression?
Do what?
Do you want to see my Joe Biden impression?
Oh, absolutely.
So
Well, let me just quick because, and I feel bad because, we talk about music. There's certain things like I could talk about NFL football
yeah,
forever, but music, and I think this story will blow you away because you mentioned the guy saying, "Let's fuck this place up." Have you ever
those have
heard
been
of a
a lot.
band called Jane's Addiction?
I think I have.
Okay, there was a band called Jane's Addiction back in the day. Perry Farrell was the lead singer, and it was right after the Who. I think 11 kids or something were trampled and died at the Who concert. or some kids died at a Who concert. So they stopped having general admission shows. This is all true. So my friend gave me tickets. He worked for Warner Brothers, gave me tickets to go see Jane's Addiction. And so it was reserved seating, Jacob. There was no, everybody had seats. And Perry Farrell come out, Jane's Addiction come out and did like one song. And he hollered, "Come on, everybody come down. Everybody come down."
No,
Well, you know
actually,
what happened, Jacob? The house
what?
lights went up. Jane's Addiction walked off stage, and the crowd started throwing shit and breaking stuff up. 13 policemen were injured. They tried to tip over the tour bus.
God.
I got home, and there were all these messages on my machine. "Scotty, are you okay? We just saw it on the news." They broke up the fucking place. They broke up. All because Perry Farrell, he incited a riot, kind of like somebody else we know. "Come on, everybody, come on down."
Uh, well, that does remind me of a story. Are you familiar with a wall of death?
A wall of death. I know Wall of Voodoo. I'm on the
Well,
Mexican
a wall of
radio.
death. A wall of death is where people go on one side of a mosh pit and the other, and they
Oh
wait till a
no.
particularly good moment in the song, and they run into each other at full speed. It's very fun to watch.
I
I'm
mean,
telling you,
Jacob, what exactly is the purpose of
having
not
fun.
having fun? I've been on, I've been in a couple mosh pits and I got the hell out of there quick. A band called Wrathchild. I don't know if you ever, they were from Maryland.
I've heard of them.
It's like Kicks, the band Kicks, probably heard of them, but Wrathchild. I was at the Hammerjacks, the old Hammerjacks. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Don't
But
think I
man,
have.
oh man, I got the hell out of there. Shit was flying. I was getting bashed around. This ain't my cup of tea.
Yeah. That does so what I was trying to say is Creator, the band, they had a wall of death happen, and he was like, "All right, on the count of three, I want to see a mass circle pit. And then you people on the balcony, you can jump in if you want."
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord.
I don't recall anybody jumping off that balcony, but who knows? It could have happened. It's happened at other shows, might happen again.
Yeah. It do you enjoy the mosh pit?
I don't go in them, to be
Okay.
completely honest. I'm too fragile.
No, you're not fragile, brother. You're just smart.
Yeah,
I don't understand the concept. If you're there to watch a band and watch the band and watch them play, then watch the band play. What the hell does running into one another got to do with
I
anything?
mean, violent music for violent people. What can I
Yeah, I
say?
guess. Yeah, to each his own. Who am I to judge? Especially because there's
Yeah,
probably about 50 years between us.
maybe.
Yeah, something like that. We'll hit me with another story
Something.
or two and we'll wrap it up with your comedy
Uh,
minute, okay?
well, the Maryland crowd, without fail, every time I've gone to a concert, they have chanted two words: "Holy shit!" It's the best part of any night. Just hearing "Holy shit! Holy shit!" Awesome. There, 4,500 people did it once. 200 people did it once. So
Okay.
yeah,
What else you
and
got for me? Well, I
so
wish we tried it beforehand if you play the drums, but we couldn't hear them.
yeah, we couldn't see like.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, just swing around for a little while and we'll pretend. I'll make some
All
noise.
right.
Hey, for you at home, this is really Jacob playing the drums. We have
Yeah,
to,
totally.
yeah, we'll have to have you back when when we actually can get the sound going. Look at you. Oh man, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. Um, well, listen, my friend, I want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for your support. And let's plan on trying. We'll do another one of these when you get the sound on the drums and you can come and play and we can do some more of this because I enjoyed the heck out of this. This is a lot of fun.
All right.
Um, but listen, before you go, if you can, the show, everything I do. You've been, and I thank you again for all your support. It's called Your Comedy Minute. So Jacob, if you have something that whatever it is, I don't care. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. Make some shit up. I don't care. Your
Oh,
Comedy Minute, Jacob.
I don't have much, but I'll just go over more concert ones. So, Cynic
Okay.
and Atheist, uh, they're both jazz-driven bands, and they brought out a local jazz band from Baltimore,
Okay.
so to open for them. And they're still just death metal bands, you know. So, uh, and Dragon Force, the band, they have a stuffed chicken that they throw out in the crowd. And so when everybody started chanting chicken for the second time, they were like, "We can't bring out the chicken anymore. We're gonna figure out why." A few minutes later, or like, "All right, so the chicken almost took a shit on the sound desk." So
wait, 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 Jacob. We got her now, Jacob. We got your Comedy Minute. A live chicken.
no, not a live chicken, a stuffed chicken, like
Well, how did a stuffed
like
chicken almost shit on the
like
soundboard?
this. Uh, well, that's the joke they made. They were like,
Oh, that's a
"So
joke they made.
really, the chicken hit the sound desk, so we can't bring it out anymore."
You
They
had
brought
me
it out
going.
anyways.
I thought for sure, but when they throw out a chicken, it's just one of those little. It's not a real chicken.
It's about the size of a cymbal. I'm telling you.
But is it a chicken?
It's a stuffed chicken, but we can call it a
Oh,
chicken.
okay, like a little stuffed animal chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob, Jesus God, you could have said it was a real chicken.
I mean, I could have, but hey,
And I'll end with this because you've been following me for a long time, and my
think about a year.
favorite guy of all time. Okay, because I do all kinds of crazy stories. My favorite guy of all time is Yuri Talachko. Do you remember Yuri? Do you remember me talking about Yuri?
I don't, if I'm being honest.
Okay, no, lie to me, but no, no, Yuri Talachko, and you'll see. I'll wrap this up with a nice little bow. Yuri Talachko. He's on Instagram. He has 150, 200,000 followers. He's a bodybuilder from Kazakhstan. And this is all true, Jacob. I'm telling you 100% true.
Even the Kazakhstan part.
Every part of it, every part of it. You can go, we finish, go over to Instagram, Yuri Talachko. Yuri made the news because he married his sex doll. Now, before he married the sex doll, he actually dated it for 6 months because he wanted to get to know the sex doll. Didn't want to just marry the sex doll without getting to know it. About 2 months after he married the sex doll, he announced that him and the sex doll were getting a divorce because he cheated on her with an inanimate object and a supermarket chicken.
Oh, what kind of disease do you think he has?
To follow it up, and I'll wrap it up here, Jacob. I checked in, and I would love to have Yuri on the show, and I know you would tune in. Yuri has given up on the chicken and he now, and I'm not making this up. Again, you can look it all up. Yuri Talachko is now in love with an ashtray.
Odd. Oh no, how bad the smell must be.
he's he's trying. It's one of those stand up like you'd see out at a bar, stand up ashtray, and he's trying to have it custom, fitted so he can the ashtray.
Okay.
I can't make it up that you look, you're speechless. You're
I am.
speechless. Well,
I
look,
am
let me
speechless.
stop the recording unless you got something else you want to tell the people. You have a YouTube
Subscribe to
channel.
your comedy minute.
Listen, you have a YouTube channel. You're Metal Jakester on Instagram. I know you don't do TikTok. I'm pretty sure about that. You're
I
adamant
don't.
about, right? Um, I'll include the links to all your stuff so that people can get to know Metal Jakester, and hopefully one day we can watch you play.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here, Jacob. Hang on a second.
Yep.
I'm just going to stop the recording.
All right.
Hey, listen, did you have fun?
I had a great time, man.
Cool, buddy. Cool. I love you. Stay well. Hang in there a second.
All right.